Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy, the window expert. Today we're going to talk about how some companies cut corners to lower the cost of installing your windows. You say, Jeff, that's something I want to know, because if I'm buying windows from somebody and they're less expensive than another company, is there a reason they're less expensive? And the answer is usually yes. So, I sell windows and doors to homeowners here in Houston. We have a location in DFW, right? And so we see a lot of homeowners. We install like nearly 20,000 windows a year. And one of the things I hear from people is, Jeff, I like your company, but I got your price. I looked at another guy's price. He's 20% less. Help me understand, Jeff, is there a reason you're charging me more than the other guy? And the thing is that the other guy's cutting corners in most cases, but you just don't know it. So today I'm going to talk about how to cut corners on your window project. And I mean cut corners like in a bad way, right? Not a good way. Saving money is one thing. Cutting corners is a totally different thing. But if you're not aware, which is it? Are you really saving money, or is somebody cutting corners? So I'm going to give you this list. But before we start with the list of how to cut corners, let's talk about something else. They're not cutting corners because they find a way to save money on gasoline. It's not like their trucks that they're transporting your window on from their manufacturer, that window somehow gets a special savings when it comes to freight. No. And it's not like their insurance, health insurance for their company employees is somehow cheaper because they sell a cheap window. It's not like their pay-per-click ads on Google are cheaper because Google gives them a discount because they're a cheaper window company. It's not like their overhead's cheaper. It's not like their utilities are cheaper. So what's making the window project cheaper? It's the ingredients they use, the quality they use, the people they use, and that's what we're going to discover today. Let's start first of all by saying that all windows are not the same. I've got videos distinguishing between a quality window and a poor quality window. In fact, check out this video. There's a link up here and down below where I talk about why you should never buy a cheap window. There you'll see a big distinction between quality windows and cheap windows. That's where the window price comes out of, right? Like if they're saving you 20%, a big chunk of it's going to come out of the window, the quality of the window. Another big chunk is going to come out of the quality of the installation, the ingredients that they're using. What kind of caulking are they using? What kind of foam are they using? Are they even using foam? What kind of a screw are they using? Are they using a good screw, a cheap screw, no screws? I've seen windows that didn't have screws in them. The caulking was holding it in. Are they flashing the window properly? Are they flashing the window at all? Do they offer a leak-free guarantee on their installation? Is it going to leak down the road? I don't know. These are things that save them money. Do they have workers' compensation insurance? That's expensive. Do they have liability insurance in case someone gets hurt, in case they burn your house to the ground? What if you discover mold in the walls? Do they have that? That's where a lot of the cost comes from as well. Are they using single strength glass instead of double strength glass? That's a big deal. Most window companies that are selling a quality product have double strength glass. Maybe yours is single. I saw one time a company where they showed a window to a homeowner, right? And I had the same window, but theirs was a lot cheaper. Well, it turns out that when they actually came out to install the window, they didn't use the window that they showed them during their presentation. They used a lower tier window from the same manufacturer. So the name was the same on the window, but the glass wasn't the same. The low E coatings weren't the same. It wasn't the same level of quality in the construction. That's something you got to be careful of. There's a lot of window companies out there selling windows for a very, very low price. It's a race to the bottom, and they're going broke. I mean, recently I've seen where companies, even right here in Houston, good companies went broke because they didn't manage the cost. They didn't charge enough. They didn't pay good quality employees to do their work. Oh, employees? Okay, well, that's another thing too. I have a saying, you've heard me say it before, that cheap labor isn't always skilled, but skilled labor isn't always cheap. I mean, you get what you pay for. If you want this done right, you've got to have great people doing the work. In fact, I tell you all the time in my videos, right, that there's two key components to having a successful window installation project. One is a high quality window that you know and like and trust. The second is a high quality installer. In fact, I say this, that a high quality window installed by a bad installer is a bad window. If anything, I'd rather have a poor quality window installed by a great installer, because that's where windows typically fail. That's why people cut corners, to save money so they can save you money. Now, I've told you this before, if you watch my videos. Unlike us, for example, where we use all employees to install a job, right? Most people use subcontractors. And the way it works is they sell your job, they resell your job to a low bidder. They look for the lowest price subcontractor. They award him the job. So what's he going to do? He's going to go pick up the cheapest labor he can find. I mean, these guys go to the parking lots of Home Depot and stuff, pick up day laborers. They're like, what do you know how to do? Oh, I'm a roofer. Well, if you're a roofer, you can be a window installer. Come on, jump in here. What do you do? Oh, I do landscape work. Oh, if you know how to do landscape, you can install windows. Come on, jump in the truck. They're looking for the way to save the most amount of money they can because they get paid this much, and if they can install it for this much, they can make this much money. If they can install it for this much, they can make even more money. I've seen some companies that don't even send out a measure professional to do the measurements when they sell you a job. They actually have the salesman do it. The salesman do it. And the salesman's not a window installer. He's never installed a window in his life, but he does the measuring. Sometimes what you see is people that will under measure the window. Let's say your window should be 35 and 7/8 because this is a 36-inch window. They'll measure it to 35. Big deal. Just put a bunch of foam, just put a bunch of caulking in there and just move on. So yeah, they can save money all right when they don't do it right. And that's what you should be aware of. So in our industry, they have two types of crews, right? They even have names for them. You have what you call your smash and dash crew, and then you have your slow and go crew. And I mean, they sound exactly like what I just called them. The smash and dash crew saves a lot of money. Why? Because they are about doing it fast. One time I remember I pulled up to a gas station and it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I saw these guys with this like landscape trailer and they had a bunch of like old aluminum windows in there that they'd pull out of a house. And I said, hey, how's it going? And like 5 guys piled out of this truck. Going good. I said, you guys install windows? They said, yeah, we're a smash and dash crew. I said, oh, really? Tell me more about that. He said, man, we get there, we lay down some tarps, you know, because he didn't know I was in the window industry. So we take hammers, we just start smashing the glass out, collect that up. We got a guy, puts it in a trash can, starts walking it out. We got these crowbars, like 3-footers. We put it under, pry it out. I said, really? And so I asked the guy a lot of questions, but one of the things I heard from him that really kind of disturbed me, it was like 2 o'clock, maybe 2:30 in the afternoon, and they started around 7:30 or 8. I said, how'd it go? He said, man, we put in 34 windows today. I said, by 2 o'clock? He said, no, like we already drove a half hour. We're on the way back to the warehouse. By like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the day, these 5 guys had put in 32 windows. I mean, 34 windows. I mean, I don't remember the numbers, like crazy high number. That's a smash and dash. Now a slow and go, you might expect a crew of 5 or 6 people to put in 12 to 15 windows a day. Why? Because we're not tearing up your house. We're not coming in like a violent team of ninjas to just rip this stuff out of the wall, right? I mean, we're not going to do damage to your home. We want to leave your home in better shape than we found it. We want your windows to never leak. That's a big difference too, why one company, one style is going to save you a lot of money when it comes to your window project. So you say, Jeff, what should I do? How do I know if I'm getting ripped off? Probably the most secure way to find a great window company in your area would be to check out my website. You know, I started this YouTube channel and now I know a lot of great window companies all over the country. I mean, people that do it the way we do it here at the Window Experts. And so I created a list. So go to thewindowexperts.com and click on it. You'll see that we have a place there where you can get information about a great window company near you. Look, buying windows should be painless. It should be fun. It shouldn't be dangerous. And when you say, Jeff, I want to save money, remember this. You're taking some risk. How much risk is okay for you to take? Do you want to get a high quality, trusted company at a fair price? Or you're looking to cut corners and get as cheap as you can? Because usually this doesn't work out too good. Sometimes you have to do it twice. Maybe you have to be the project manager. Maybe you're the guy who has to like fix what they didn't finish after they left. And that's never any fun. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for more videos. I'll talk to you again real soon.